Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're back with another Floral Charm Suite card we're going to be making using the 4x6 Designer Series paper. This is a 12x12 paper, but that I've cut down to 4x6. And we're going to be using one sheet. Then we have the Charming Day bundle with the dies and the stamp set, and along with other elements from the kit to make our project. But before we get started, we're going to go over some buzzworthy business of the day. We have the Sweeter With You paper pumpkin kit that makes 8 cards. Garden Green is the stamping spot. Circle of Season dies add-on is available for $12 that coordinate with July, August, and September paper pumpkins. And there is a link in the description box below for you to sign up for the paper pumpkin if you haven't already done so. We have our Stampin' Rewards program where you earn 10% on all orders, $20 or more, excluding tax and shipping. You get to redeem your rewards on future orders, and you track and save rewards in your online Stampin' Up account, and your rewards do expire after 12 months of the earning date. Lastly, we have our mystery boxes. These are the medium flat rate USPS boxes that I have stuffed full of new and used, all retired Stampin' Up products, and I'm just asking $30 for each box. Shipping is included in that $30. stampwithshawna@gmail.com if you are interested, okay? And that is all of our buzzworthy business for the day. So let's get started on our project. So let me go ahead and show you. Our card base here is thick basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I went ahead and put the inside together. It's some pretty peacock 5 by 3 3/4 with a 1/4 inch of the Designer Series paper strips. So it's 2 pieces that are 1/4 inch each. Okay, that's the inside. For the outside, we have a piece of pretty peacock that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and we are going to layer that up with 2 pieces of our Designer Series paper. So this was a 4x6 piece that I cut in half, and we're going to use half and half. So this is, if we put it completely half and half, it's a little too big for our paper. So I did have to cut it down just a smidge. So I took a, did I take a 1/4 inch or is it 3/8 of an inch? I think it was probably 3/8 of an inch off of each one, and that's what I designed the inside with, okay? So we're gonna adhere these to our pretty peacock. So I'm just gonna get some Stampin' Seal here and adhere this down. Okay, and then we're going to use the opposite side for the bottom. Because the whole purpose of the this little series is to show you designs where you can use both sides of the paper, but they're simple designs, so you don't have to, you know, try to get too fancy, because there's a lot of fancy folds and things that we could do. Oop, that's a little crooked. Can I lift that up? Come on. Ugh. Let's line it up. Oh, I put it on the back side of this paper as well. So let's line this up down here. Okay. So I probably did the top one too high, but I have a piece of pretty peacock here that we're going to put across the middle here, and this is 4 by 5 1/8. Okay, so I did write down the measurements. The Designer Series paper is 2 5/8 by 4. And on the inside, it is 3 1/8 by 3 1/2. Okay. I'm like, I knew. I knew I could remember those measurements. So we're going to cover this right here. Oop, oop, oop. We're going to cover up that little seam so it doesn't really matter that our paper is not together all the way. But that's a little short. I don't like that. So I'm just gonna make it short on both sides to make it look a little better. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to our card front. to the front of our card to be the card front. Ooh. So we're gonna put this right here. Maybe I can get this straight. I don't know what is going on with me lately. I mean, I know straight doesn't get along with me, but I usually get along a little better. Okay, so now we're gonna do some stamping. So I have some basic white here. This is 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. I'm looking for some scrap paper. We're gonna take the Memento Tuxedo Black ink and we're gonna stamp a floral image on there. This big one here. And I'm gonna stamp that, ooh, about right there, like that. And then we are going to get our sentiment that says, "You made my day." Let me move this, and I'm gonna try to get this on here straight because I did not cut a second piece. I guess I was really sure of myself. If that's not crooked, I don't know what is. Let's see if we could try again on the back. Good night. I might just have to get a strip and cover that up. Okay, we're gonna stamp that there. Okay, now let's see. This is a trick. If your stamp is not on your block straight, get your grid paper and stamp it on there, and it'll tell. So I did my block straight and it went up some, so I know I need to bring my right side down a little bit. So when I go straight, bring the right side down a little bit, and it's straight on there. Yay! Okay. So we got that done. Now, oh, I need the scrap paper still because we're gonna do some coloring. Let me see. I don't want to get distracted by anything. So what we're gonna do is get our ink pads here. I have Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, and Blackberry Bliss. So I'm gonna start with our Pretty Peacock, and I'm gonna squeeze it. It's hard to do these, or you, if you don't have enough strength to squeeze this to get ink in your lid, just get a small block, tap it in there, and use the block as your palette. So I'm gonna take that in a blender pen, throwing stuff around. Don't mind me. And we're gonna take this and we're gonna color. I'm starting at the vein in the base of the leaf. Then I'm gonna drag that color to the top and it's gonna kind of fade out like that, okay? I'll just do that on all the leaves. And I'll fast forward this so you don't have to watch me do every leaf in real time. Okay, so those are all the leaves done. And I'm just gonna take my blender pen and rub it out on the scrap paper there. Close this up, and we're gonna go to the Berry Burst, not Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss. And I am going to this one because I'm using the smaller flower. I'm gonna be coloring the smaller flower with this one, but I wanna get this ink kind of dark here in the center. Now, thing that you need to know about using the blender pen, I'm using basic white paper. It's you can't go over it too much in the same spot or it'll start tearing your paper. If you want to get something where you can do a lot more saturation, you need to use the watercolor paper. So you see, guys, I only really inked this up once. Well, this is the second time now, but because I want the rest of the flower to be a lighter color. I don't need that dark everywhere. So I'm barely dipping my tip of my blender pen into my ink. That's that flower done. We're gonna wipe our blender pen off to make sure that color doesn't transfer to our next one, which is the Berry Burst. And we're going to color this larger flower. Now this one, we're going to get that dark right here in the center. And then we're going to start going to some other leaves where we might, not leaves, but petals, where we might want to be a little darker before we start lightening it up. So we're just going to color this in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done with this. Oh, I have a little spot here that didn't get any color at all. So I'm done with this. We're gonna clean our brush off, close up our ink, and continue to make our card, okay? So another option for this, you could use your Wink of Stella brush, and that will also do the same thing as the blender pen. So we have a piece of Pretty Peacock here. This one is 2 3/8 by 2 7/8. We're going to adhere these two together. Never mind my crookedness on the back. Aren't you happy that cardstock has 2 sides? So let's put this right here like so. We're going to pop this up on some Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, it looks like I put the measurements right on the back. Sometimes I can remember it without having to look, but other times I don't remember. So I'm happy I wrote it down just in case. So I also have some die cuts here. This is Bubble Bath, and we're gonna adhere these onto our card base. This one I want coming down right there. This one, ooh, that's a lot, Shauna. We don't need that much. Just a little dab of do you. We're gonna have come out this way, like so. Let's remove the backings of our dimensionals so that this can get stuck down to our card. We're going to put this right here like that. Let's see, maybe turn that a little bit more. Oh, that's why I only used a little bit of glue. Okay, that looks better to me. Okay, and I don't know if that's straight or not, but we're gonna leave it. So for this, for the bling, I'm not gonna be using the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots because I didn't really use any of those colors. I used Berry Burst, but I guess we can use Berry Burst because there is Berry Burst there. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. I was gonna use a clear one. Yeah, I was gonna use these, the celebratory, holographic resin dots is part of the celebratory sips, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and use these. Let's use the Berry Burst. Let me get your take your pick tool. Let's put some down here, and then we'll put another one at the top. Do we want it up here or here? Let's put it right here, just like that. Okay, and that's that card done. I like it. I like it. Okay, but isn't that pretty? I like this. Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I would like to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.